I haven't asked you to marry me since yesterday.
No.
Saved your life, didn't I?
Why, I could have stopped that horse any time I'd wanted to.
This little man?
Oh, hello.
You're Mr. Boston.
Shh, not so loud.
I'm Sylvia Smith.
So rest your head on my shoulder, and we'll dance the sweetheart waltz. Although there are more than we two on the floor, we'll pretend that we're all alone. So rest your head on my shoulder while we dance the sweetheart waltz. Close your eyes and dream that alone. Together let us
In remembrance of him. And listen, Mr. Clayton, I know I can get the Jockey Club to issue you an entry form. Mr. Webster, one of the jockey directors, was Uncle Henry's best friend. He's known me all my life.
Miss Sharon, if you can do that, he's not only certified check, but we'll race him in the Sharon colors.
It's done.
How?
Now, no questions. It's a promise. We'll trust to the Clayton luck. Very long.
Well, I think it'll do us a lot of good if we all stop and get a little rest.
That's a good idea.
Miss Sharon, dead dogs don't bark.
No doubt he's up there rooting for us. But I'll bet he'd rather be down here with us.
Oh, I don't care. I'm nobody important.
Oh, but you are important. I've been telling you so for years.
What right have the papers to accuse him?
Don't be too tough on the press. The facts look pretty bad.
Junior must help him. More likely 3.
That's fine. Would you wait 3 years for me?
Would I? Well, I
didn't mean you particularly, any dame.
I don't know. That would depend.
Yeah, I guess it would. Whatever happened to that messenger boy, that flunky down at the office?
Roy? He's still there.
You running all these errands for him now?
I've always been interested in your case since we handled it.
You must be. This is the 3rd time now.
2nd.
You counting them?
My time's about up. If I can be of any help, write me at 105 Rochester. I wish you'd work on that parole. Think about it.
Yeah, sure I will. Next time you come up, don't wear that perfume.
Why not?
It doesn't help a guy's good behavior.
Department. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Now, why don't you have some? Oh, they look wonderful. You starved?
Oh, of course.
But for a living, I'm just a dentist.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Ah, but it hurts. I stand on the stage, I look around, I see everybody around me is making music. The violin, the cello, the trumpet, each one, everyone, beautiful, marvelous, wonderful. And I, what am I doing? Nothing. I just listen. And by the way, where I stand is the best seat in the house to listen to music. And all I got to do to get it is just once in a while make boom, and that's all. And now I'm gonna listen again. But this time, Schumann.
The handsome, fascinating stranger said that he thought you were far more beautiful than the painting.
He wasn't a bit fascinating, just a fresh smoothie with an American accent.
Yes, but you did accept his invitation to lunch.
I was a venturesome hussy in those days. Besides, I was hungry.
It's a good thing for you his credit was good at that little cafe.
And what was his credit good for? A luscious dish of snails.
And that was the beginning of a beautiful romance. Oh, my darling, it was April in Paris.
They even wrote songs about us. Our rendezvous, our chestnut trees, a small cafe.
In spite of your pug nose, the guy fell madly in love with you.
And I with him, in spite of everything. What's wrong with my nose?
Nothing. I love it.
Well, take him. Take him and be proud of yourself. You've captured a helpless, wounded man. Why, you're a hero. They'll promote you, give you a medal.
I'm only a soldier.
A mechanical soldier run by wheels and springs. They turn a key and you jump.
North to the rifle.
Obeys orders, I know, but you obey orders because you haven't the courage to disobey. You don't dare.
It isn't a question
It's
of
the
daring.
only question. Your uncle doesn't dare disobey even though he knows he's wrong. Rabbi Levin made a choice as a free man. But you're afraid. Your father dared. You speak of a master race. Men like your father are the masters, you and your uncle the slaves. Go ahead, take him away. Take him and think of your father while taking him.
Don't tell me what to do. Nobody can make me do anything I don't want to do. I make my own decisions. Before we go any further, how about calling me John?
All right. I hope this won't keep you away. Dick's very fond of you. Did you know him when he was married before?
Yes, I knew him then.
Would you say my sister is anything like Felicia?
No. Not in appearance.
It's so hard for me to understand how a man who loves my sister could have loved a woman like Felicia. I mean, the way she must have been.
Well, I could never...
Jacques, how much did you pay for the piano?
Oh, well, I have this friend, you understand, who wanted to get rid of it because he bought a larger one.
How much?
Oh, well, $85. Ah! You see, darling, such a thing is not an extravagance. It's true that one should have money in the bank, but can a bank play Avalon? No.
Just came to borrow something.
Of course. What is it, dear?
The vacuum cleaner. Ours is broken.
For behold, I bring you tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude.
Yes. May I help you?
Good afternoon.
I have some things I believe may belong to you, Mrs. Reedy. You are Hazel Reedy.
I am? What things?
Some books. They belong to your husband. At least, I think they did.
My husband is dead.
I know. I'm sorry. Mrs. Reedy, I think that these books are really important. If I could have just a moment of your time, I'm sure that you could clear up a lot of things.
Come inside.
I'll try not to take too much of your time.
I didn't get your name. Looking around on an MGM soundstage that was, and there's no longer MGM Studio, but Columbia and Sony. My memories go back 60, 70 years. Who knows which films I might have worked on this very soundstage. I suppose at one time or another, I made, 25 films for MGM. I must have worked, I suppose, on every soundstage at one time or another. But what makes them really glorious for me, besides the amazing talents that I worked with, is what MGM gave me to do. No two roles alike. And that's what I wanted. I wanted to disappear into any number of kinds of people. I didn't want to specialize, which I guess is the road to stardom. I guess people who became stars kind of established a persona, and that's what the public paid to see every time. That was stardom. Not me. I wanted to vanish into other identities so that they didn't remember seeing me in it, but believed that character. It was make-believe, wasn't it? That's what I love MGM for. I played, well, my first suicide out of 2 was These Glamour Girls, and then Blossoms in the Dust. And right after These Glamour Girls and that suicide, MGM gave me my first aging role. And I went from about 16 to 65 with all the in-between stages, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. Those were the tricky ones to play. And I was opposite Walter Brennan, you know, who specialized in older character roles. Then I was a Brooklyn chorus girl with a Brooklyn accent. Now, who got to do all those things but me? Because I begged for them and MGM let me do them. Somebody named me Hollywood's youngest character actress. That was my proudest name, youngest character actress. And it happened here, and I haven't been here in decades, and it all comes back today, so gratefully. And the extraordinary thing is that what we did, 3/4 of a century ago, all this has been preserved. And now it's playing in people's living rooms, imagine. Those movies we thought were over and would never be seen again or thought of are bringing me fan mail from every part of the world. I don't believe any of this. It's an incredible magic, isn't it? I'm so lucky to have been part of it. It all comes back, being at what we always call Metro. At Metro again. Thank you, Metro. Thank you.
Roaring through my ears confirms my fears. I'm in my flat in Manhattan. My vacation days are in the past. They went too fast. Why couldn't they last? Gee, it's Monday in Manhattan. With it ends my holiday. I hate Monday in Manhattan, when my heart is miles away.
Second verse.
Streets of gleaming towers seem to be my only view. But I'll close my eyes for hours, and I know that I'll see you. Then the pavement changes into a wooded glen. You're in my arms, and then it all seems so real, till a skyline of steel shouts, "It's Monday in Manhattan." Better wake, your dreams have flown. Gee, it's Monday in Manhattan. And it means that I'm alone. It's a lovely song.
Yeah.
I have a sense of allegiance to all the human race. I dearly love my country too. After all, it's my own place. But still I can't confine my love just within a man-made boundary. For we're all one beneath the sun, our human race. So many systems of government, so many ways to pray, yet all of us go to sleep each night and arise with each new day. So many ways to look and speak, yet our hearts all beat the same way, and we're all one beneath the sun, our human.
Oh, you're an actress.
I am much more than that.
Marsha, welcome home. I understand you just returned from Washington. Do you mind telling us why you were in the nation's capital?
Oh, I'd be proud to. I was invited by Mrs. Johnson to attend a conference at the White House to help her launch something called Project Head Start, which is one aspect of the war on poverty involving children.
Marsha Hunt was always on the vanguard of any effort that had to do with world hunger or with hunger in this country. In many respects, my own political career paralleled with what Marsha was doing, and she was always a source of encouragement to me to do more.
If you're going to espouse a cause or speak to a need out there, you can't just say worthy cause, give till it hurts. Know what you're talking about. Because the more you know, the more you can persuade, the more convincing you will be.
You heard it here first, folks. And now you know why Ferdinand never fought those bullfighters.
Ferdinand, Ferdinand, the bull with the delicate ego. Ferdinand, Ferdinand.
Is this about food?
The heifers all called him amigo. Ferdinand, Ferdinand, Ferdinand. He'd curtsy and greet them politely. Now he knew how to tango and dance the fandango, but he never learned how to fight. Diddy-di, diddy-diddy-diddy-di, diddy-di-di, diddy-di.